Hi guys, welcome back to the next video. This video is a bit of a follow on from my last one. My last video I talked about some fun ways for kids to learn their letters. This one I'm going to be talking about kids learning their words. So once they know their letters, well then obviously we put certain letters together to create words, and that is, that's the basis of reading and writing. So for kids to know their words, well generally they need to have known most of their letters. They do coincide and we learn them both at the same time, but we'll follow on from learning their letters. Again, as I talked about in the last video, the best way to learn is to play. Kids love to play and kids don't realise they're learning usually, so it's our little trick. However, they will generally come out with something that they've learned, something they know now they didn't know before they started. So that's our goal, is for kids to always learning, always improving, always creating new skills in their repertoire of things. So what I'm going to do today is talk about some ways for kids to learn their words. So you may know a lot of books have words that sound the same. We call them rhyming words. Words that have the initial sound might be different, however the ending sounds are usually the same. Cat, hat, mat, bat, sat. They're all rhyming words. They all sound the same at the end. So creating rhyming words is a great way for kids to learn their words. Because if kids can say fish, then they usually can say dish. Or they might say fox, well then they might change that to socks. So getting the kids to create rhyming words, so writing a word down and then saying, oh, what other words have this sound at the end, but you change the letter at the start. And getting them to find rhyming words. Finding books that have rhyming words in them. That's where we do a lot of our reading of rhyming word books that I'll post a list of authors up on the Facebook and Instagram, and I'll put them in the notes below as well, of list of authors that have a lot of rhyming words in them. So that'll help you with that. So another thing is creating silly sentences. So again, you might have your rhyming words. Get them to create a crazy sentence that doesn't make sense. So the cat sat with the bat and had a very big cat. I don't know, that doesn't make sense, but you're just creating a crazy silly sentence that it sticks in the kids' minds. It's what we call a hook system. So the kids are remembering these words because mum and dad made up a silly little rhyme about it. So that's a bit of an out there thing. So getting the kids to create their own silly sentences is another way for kids to remember certain words. Playing things like hangman or crack the egg is another game that we play at school, which kids can tell you about that one. It's the same as hangman, but a little bit different. Getting them to know the word, so creating things like that. One thing I love to do is I get ping pong balls, and I will write on the ping pong ball. So I'll write the initial sound, especially if kids are learning like their golden words or their red words or blue words. That way you've only got a sort of certain amount you need to create, and do what we call onset and rhyme. So the onset is the start of that word and the rhyme is the end of the word. So you might put, for the word when, the WH would go on one ping pong ball and the E would go on the next one and the N would go on the next one. So you have three different ping pong balls and the kids have to make up that word because the WH makes one sound. It's a word sound. So you're making up the words using ping pong balls, just something different for kids to do. And you can put them in egg cartons if you want something to hold them in. So the kids are creating a word puzzle, I suppose you'd call that. You might do it with something else, but that's another example. Playing things like junior Scrabble with kids. Kids love playing board games. So that's another one you could do, getting the kids, especially if you've got that sort of, I suppose that primary age kids for that one. Junior Scrabble's one probably a little bit old for your little ones. But for those, those early, middle, primary age kids, they'd love to play Scrabble, things like that. And then I suppose another thing is just give them a word hunt in a book. How many times can you find this word in this book? And write down a bit of a hunt for them, and then they have to go along and find them. So it's like a Where's Wally for words. So I hope that helps, guys. So some tips and tricks to help your child improve their words, so therefore improve their reading. So as kids learn more words, they'll be able to read more, they'll be able to write more, they'll be able to have more conversations as their knowledge, as their vocabulary increases. So if you like this, give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Share it out to your friends, family. The more I get out, the more I can help people in the world. So all good, guys. Thanks.